Hello and welcome again. As usual, we will start this lesson by looking at the correction of the assignments of the last lesson. Please, here is the assignments, the correction. Go through it step by step and compare with the one that you did and see if you did it correctly. In case of any error, please make the appropriate correction. Okay, here is the correction of the assignments. The first two questions, question 1 and question 2, we have the multiplication of numbers in index form. So we add their powers. So the first answer is 2 to the power 16. The second answer is 3 to the power negative 3. The question 3 and question 4, we have the division of numbers in index form. So we subtract their powers. And the answer for question 3 is 4 to the power 8. And for question 4 is 5 to the power negative 16. Now, I will encourage you to compare these answers with your own answer and be sure that you make the appropriate correction if you made any mistake. Welcome again. In this lesson, we are going to be examining what we call the zero index and negative indices, or the negative index. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand how you can express or what will be the value of a number raised to the power 0. And you will equally be able to rewrite numbers that are written with negative index in another form. Thank you. Enjoy the lesson. Let's start with the zero index. Evaluate. We are expected to evaluate 3 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 5. The solution will be as follows. 3 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 5 is equal to, you multiply 3 repeatedly 5 times divided by 3 multiplying itself 5 times. We can go ahead to divide the numbers up and the numbers down correspondingly. You discover that by the end, the right-hand side will amount to 1. Of course, 3 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 5 should be 1 because any number divided by itself is 1. But we also know that by law of indices, 3 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 5 can be obtained by simply subtracting the powers. And that will give us 3 to the power 0. Now, we have solved the very question in two different ways and we've obtained two different answers, which means effectively that the two answers are the same. So 3 to the power 0 is equal to 1. And in conclusion, any number raised to the power 0 is 1. Now the negative index. Calculate 3 to the power 3 divided by 3 to the power 5. Observe that the first number has a power smaller than the second number. So we write it out in expanded form, and then we go ahead to divide the numbers up by the numbers down in a corresponding manner. By the end, we will still have two numbers down, 3. That's 1 all over 2, 3 to the power 2. But the other way around is to solve it using the subtraction of powers. That's the law of indices. And if we do that, then we will have 3 to the power 3 divided by 3 to the power 5 is equal to 3 to the power 3 minus 5, which will give us 3 to the power negative 2. So again, we have two different answers from the same question, for the same question, which means that those two answers should be the same. What does that mean? It means that 3 to the power 1 all over 3 squared is the same as 3 to the power negative 2. So any number written as 1 all over a to the power m is equal to a to the negative m. Let's see examples. What is the value of a to the power 0, b to the power 0, and 4 over 5 all to the power 0? Second question is to rewrite those numbers written in index form in another form, which will still be index form. Let's start with the first question. All those numbers are written to the power 0. So all of them are each equal to 1, because we said that any number or all numbers raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. In the second case, the first question A, 1 all over 3 squared will just be 3 to the negative 2. And then B, 1 all over 3 to the negative 2 is equal to 3 squared, and so on and so forth. You can see the rest of the solutions and confirm that you understand exactly what it means. Especially question D, which is 4 to the negative 3. It will be 1 all over 4 to the power 3. Okay, so those are the various examples that help you. Look at now this application exercise. Pause the video, do each of them and compare your answer. The first question are numbers written to the power 0, so each of them is equal to 1. And then in the second question, 1 all over 5 to the power 4 is equal to 5 to the negative 4. And 9 to the power negative 7 is equal to 1 all over 9 to the power 7. I hope you had the same answers. If not, then you check your correction. Here's the assignment. Please do it, and then you will check the solution to the assignment in the next lesson. Thank you for your kind attention.